Okay, I thought I'd just do a video of this and just to totally put it to bed because it's pretty straightforward and it's a matter of doing certain things in a certain order. Let's do a cross section. All I did was just draw 4 walls here and using default settings. There's no roof yet. Hit Shift F6. Shift F6. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to go over here and on the right-hand screen and just select those 2 walls there. Tell them to be a gable. I don't care what the pitch is right now. Go over here to build roof. Build roof, yeah. Build roofs. Okay, now we got a gable roof. And go to over here to build framing roof truss. You have to left click on this manual tool, and once you're in that tool mode, you left click and drag. That creates a truss. I'm going to turn that layer on, but this is the display options for plan view on this side. If I go over here to plan and go to framing truss, you'll see now that I've drawn a truss. Where's framing truss? There it is. Okay. There's a red plus sign because I created one. If there's no red plus sign, there aren't any trusses. That's what that means. And you'll see that it hadn't shown up over here because this is a different display options. Go over here to this display options, and you'll see, so go over to framing truss. The framing trusses has a red plus sign, but it's not displayed. It's not the same display options. It's tricky. So I'm going to turn the framing trusses on, which is what I originally suggested in my first post, and that's what I was talking about. You have to have roofs, you have to have a truss drawn, and then that layer has to be turned on for you to see that. Now if you want to alter this, that's a more advanced procedure. I'm going to go over in this camera view. You'll see that there's a polyline which defines that truss. Let's open that polyline. Okay, that's the wall. All right. That's that. It's a little tricky there. I'm going to go over here to this display options for this camera view and turn walls off, walls to normal. Okay, there's walls normal. Okay. I guess that's walls attic. We'll turn off walls attic. Yep. Okay, now there's just the truss there. Now that should be the truss polyline. Okay, truss specification. All right, so we can take this truss here. I'm going to move it over to the end. Just drag it over there, and then open its dialog box and tell it to be an end truss and force it to rebuild. You have to force it to rebuild if you're going to change its characteristics. Then I'll give it uprights. I'm going to copy that one. Set that 24 inches. This is the way you do trusses. Well, come on, where's the enter button? All right, now this truss here, I don't want to end trusses throughout, so we'll uncheck end truss and force rebuild. And there's the zigzag webbing again. And if you want to get really fancy, I'm going to close this view here. And go over here to a back clip, and just so we can just look at this one single truss. There we go. And this is the same camera view, so that's the reason the walls are turned off, whatnot. I think I should be able to alter the truss. I haven't done this in years. Let's see, how do you do that? On this screen here, fine. Framing truss. Well, maybe they dropped that ability out in versions since then, but you used to be able to alter the webbing and so forth, because there's no reason to do that unless you're an engineer. You're designing your own trusses. Basically, it just fills the cavity between the ceiling and the roof, and that's what it does. But, and like I say, I haven't tried to do it in years. Let me get the F key. Yeah. There used to be a truss polyline which you could lock and unlock, and then design your own trusses if you wanted to. Framing, roof trusses. I don't see anything locked. Oh, I remember what it was. When you create a truss, sorry guys, go up here to CAD Detail Management. I went to the wrong one. CAD Detail Management, that's not what I did. All right, there's an automatic truss detail. We'll open that. Okay, there's an end truss and a regular truss. I guess that's right. You can mess with those over here. I think this is locked right now. Truss detail set. Look at there. Okay. And there's some place where you can unlock all this junk and then actually, like I said, I haven't done this in years, and I assume you can still do it. See, all these roof layers are locked in this view window here. I assume you used to be able to unlock these layers and actually change the cording and so forth to whatever you wanted, and then you could go back to plan view and copy them. And I mean, that was about 10 years ago, so I never needed the ability to do that. You can do that by using this truss detail set in this truss detail management window. I'm not going to make this video tutorial of that, but I thought I'd just point that out, that there's a set in this window here that you can edit the darn things if you. I mean, I made some custom trusses for a job one time in a military base, and they had to look just so, and that's how I did it. So there's all kinds of things the program can do, but you just have to know what strings to pull on. But that's a fully demonstrated what I meant, what I said. The trusses have to be built, the trusses have to be on, then you can see them. And they have to be built in the proper sequence. So like Perry said, you would normally build your trusses and then build roof framing, and then roof framing would build to the trusses. And also, like Scott Hall said, it doesn't automatically remove. Yeah, if you build roof framing and then put trusses in, it's just going to be clutter, because it doesn't. None of that automatically updates. This software is quite smart, but it's not that smart. So you have to be smart. Okay. Well, thank you. I hope you have found this helpful, and that's it for today.